I have the honor of introducing tonight's honoree. And what a special privilege this is. If anybody deserves this award, it's Ricardo. When Ricardo Salinas joined Electra in 1982, the company had 54 stores, 2,000 employees, and was bankrupt. Today, Group of Salinas has dozens of profitable companies, more than 180,000 employees, working in 10 different industries, including banking, insurance, telecommunications, digital payments, money management, stock brokerage, television, and power generation. And I would say going from 2,000 to 180,000 is quite a career. So let's start by giving him a hand. His story fascinates me, the man fascinates me, and his message inspires me. The story is one of success against all odds based on clarity, courage, and conviction. At Electra, Ricardo learned firsthand the devastating impact of inflation on corporations and consumers. The peso crashed by 95%. His company had a bunch of dollar-denominated debt that it couldn't pay back, and he had to take a most difficult role working out of that bankruptcy. And I have no doubt that his lifelong appreciation of sound money and his disdain for fiat currency started at that point. But his work at Electra wasn't just to turn it around. He inspired the confidence of his customers, his employees, his investors, and they ended up putting him in charge of that company, made him CEO, and trusting the entire family fortune to his good hands. And he didn't stop there. He could have stopped. That's enough for an entire career for most people. But he went on to challenge a monopoly in television in Mexico. And I think he understood firsthand the chilling weight of government monopolies on freedom of thought. And he determined to create TV Azteca against all odds, going from nothing to something, entering a very difficult world, not just a new industry of media, but the world of politics. And as you all know, if you're going to run a television station, lots of people have an interest in what you say on the air. He was successful in that second endeavor, even though he had to risk the entire Electra Corporation and the family fortune to do it. But he didn't stop. He went on to a third endeavor. He saw the lack of financial freedom and the tribulation of the unbanked, and he wanted to do something about it, so he created Banco Azteca to bring banking to millions and millions of people that had been left behind by the financial establishment of the country. And again, the odds were against, the regulators were against, and he fought his way through, tooth and nail, with the support of his employees, the support of his investors, the support of his family, and he created what's a legendary success. And you would think after conquering retail and media and banking, you might call it a day, but Ricardo went on to launch ventures in mobile phones and motorcycle production and broadband fiber optics. Never stop learning, never stop experimenting, always growing. And he had created this great conglomerate at the point that I came to know him, because I discovered him for his Bitcoin advocacy. And I can say without question, Ricardo is the greatest proponent we have of Bitcoin in the world, and he is certainly the most articulate Spanish advocate of Bitcoin we have in the world. And what does that mean? There's 220 million people that are striving for property rights and financial freedom and empowerment and sovereignty, and they have locked on to this idea of a decentralized crypto network. I think Ricardo was uniquely positioned to grasp this because he understood that fiat is fraud, And the people need hope, and they're not going to get it from a government-issued currency or from a conventional regulated bank throughout most of the world. As we stand here today, we're watching the meltdown of entire economies, especially in Latin America. Some 20 years ago, the Argentine peso exchange rate was 2 pesos to the dollar. 10 years ago, it was 10. 5 years ago, it was 37. When I entered the Bitcoin world, the peso was trading at 130 pesos to the dollar 3 years ago. In April of 2022, when I had the honor to meet Ricardo at my home and at the Bitcoin Miami conference, the peso was 200 pesos to the dollar. 6 months ago, it was 400 pesos to the dollar. A few weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, it was 600 pesos to the dollar. A week ago, it was 800 pesos to the dollar. Right now, as you're dining, it's 843 pesos to the dollar. The currency is going to zero. The banking system is going to fail. The economy is melting down. With it will come political chaos. And if you live in that country, your only hope is to convert your assets into a property that is beyond the reach of the government, the banking system, and the currency collapse. Ricardo has done more than anyone to promote the idea of Bitcoin as empowerment and property rights throughout the world. And it means a lot that someone that runs an international conglomerate worth not billions, but tens of billions of dollars will stand up and tell everyone, the taxi cab driver, everyone, that Bitcoin is a solution, is an escape for them. So I think Ricardo's the closest we have to a character stepping from the pages of Atlas Shrugged. His life journey reflects the conviction in the face of economic crisis, resistance to government overreach, rejection of state-sanctioned monopoly, and consistent success facing competitors larger and better capitalized. Throughout, he's shown unwavering loyalty to his customers and his countrymen, friends and family, customers and investors, and he stands with us tonight as a testament to the maxim, character is destiny. And I'll end with this observation. His message is the best way to predict the future is to create it. And throughout, Ricardo stands for these maxims. Believe in yourself, respect the customer, build a better future, don't back down from bullies, never give up, and cherish your friends, family, customers, and country along the way. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce Ricardo Salinas, the 2023 Atlas Society Honoree and Lifetime Achievement Award winner.